What's up, fellas? Today we're here to discuss the main method for keeping a lady feminine. I got my notes with me here, and the main method for keeping a lady in her feminine behavior is by using the masculine frame. Most of you know that already, but a ton of you believe that simply being in your masculine frame implies not being ridiculous and stuff like that, which is the significant opposite of it. In addition, what most folks don't comprehend is that the main thing with masculine frame is not allowing them to acquire all of your attention. This is the main thing that will keep a lady feminine. This is the number one thing that's going to keep a woman feminine. You have emotional and calm mind, and I'll get into that later, but let me first get back onto the masculine frame. Folks, never let a lady get you askew. She will attempt, however, don't permit it. Forks, at the point when you are on dates, know that you'll get these tests. One of the greatest tests is the point at which a lady simply attempts to F with you. I'll give you a genuine example. Assuming she'll express something like, discuss your shoes up. A lady told me on one of my dates last week, you chose to wear all your excursion this evening, huh? That right there, fellow men, is a test, since what are you supposed to say? How frequently has a lady asked you something and you wonder, how in the world am I expected to answer that, since it's a moronic dirty test? The most ideal way to go with this sort of test, folks, is to simply go with it, savage it. This is what I call a quiet test. This isn't their feelings, it's a quiet test. I can't comprehend how a man like you single, how in the world would you say you should respond to certain inquiries like that? You go right alongside it, folks, savage her back. Be like, I do very great in the event that I got you something like you, get every one of the young ladies, huh? I get my most memorable shell, I'm not hurt for none. Savage right troublemakers. That is the manner by which you behave. You can likewise disregard her altogether. On the off chance that a lady assaults you, you simply disregard her as far as possible. If, for instance, she expresses something like, you eat pretty quick, continue to eat your food pretty quick and simply disregard her altogether. And assuming she returns with, you heard what I said, would you say you are about to overlook me? Switch up the conversation. Begin looking at something different. Make her look foolish since she's attempting to be moronic. Be like, did you see that game an evening or two ago? Totally overlook that discussion. The entire reason I'm doing this video is on the grounds that a person on one of my recordings said calling a lady a bitch isn't feminine energy. I suppose he's reasoning that I'm saying you call the lady a bitch. You don't call ladies bitches. You don't call women bitches. I'm putting them on a pedestal like Dale Bull being called bitches. I'm not saying that, folks. It's not you allowing her to get under your skin. You let her get on your skin, and in this way you permit her to savage you. It deteriorates. Recall that ladylike and attraction level are basically exactly the same thing. On the off chance that your lady is by and large extremely feminine and compliant, the attraction level is exceptionally high. Assuming you see her get extremely masculine, attraction level is exceptionally low. Along these lines, assuming that you get this right, it will be not difficult to keep her feminine or her crawls up exceptionally high. In the event that you are calling a lady a bitch, simply see not too far off that her attraction for you drops. You've been feminine in the event that you have a troll account and you go around on other YouTube channels and leave savage remarks, attempting to irritate them. You're behaving like a lady since that is ladies' specialty. Could you at any point envision your grandfather savaging someone? Simply ponder that briefly. All of you realize that men in the 90s were exceptionally masculine. Your grandparents, perhaps your daddy. He likely wasn't that exceptionally masculine, but your grandparents were. Assuming you got someone in your home that is 60 years of age, might you at any point envision them when they were 25 or 30? A masculine man savaging someone is extremely feminine. My sibling would do that, and when I overlooked him he would stop, and when I connected with, he would deteriorate. You could see the light in front of him. I recall my grandmother letting me know that my sibling was more astute than me constantly, and I see now why. I know precisely the exact thing she implied. He used to stroll around prodding me with me, and I would pummel him. And very much like a lady, he felt significantly improved when I outshone him. A lady feels improved when you outshine her. You are the one to comprehend that ladies have a similar mindset. However, assuming you have it the correct way, even the most masculine female will submit. On the off chance that a lady comes to the house acting all close to home while you got the television up so boisterous, tell her, hello, might we at any point talk like grown-ups? Try not to get close to home, be quiet and settled. Assuming you yield and succumb to her close-to-home games, the subsequent you do that, her attraction level will drop for you. Her regard for you too on the grounds that you don't have any idea how to deal with a female. You don't have the foggiest idea how to stay judicious. Ladies have a harasser mindset, and what I mean by this is that they'll continue to menace with you until you confront them. The subsequent you confront them, they'll leave you alone. On the off chance that you at any point confront a harasser and you battle for yourself, regardless of whether he beats you, I promise you he'll leave you alone. With ladies, there's no need to focus on battling them. It's about you battle them with reasoning. You battle feelings with being level-headed. That is the manner by which you face ladies. That is the reality. In the event that you can't deal with a lady being personal, she will lose more attraction for you. Masculine folks seldom fly off the handle. I know men in my day-to-day existence that I have not seen annoyed. They don't get more smoking by the night for little circumstances. You won't ever see them getting all noisy. They are continuously holding everything quiet and cool. Certain individuals are simply so profound and frail. A minuscule struggle, and they are making the most of it. That is an exceptionally female energy. In the event that you're a man and you have savage record, you circumvent all the YouTube channels, savaging other men and women, you're behaving like a female powerless lady. I trust it is clear, folks. You battle feelings with being sane. Assuming she is beginning to be insane and stuff like talking louder, that is a close-to-home test. Answer by saying, hello, could we at any point plunk down and talk like grown-ups? Don't you take your pitch to the north. It just exacerbates it, but assuming you keep it quiet, she'll calm down, and her attraction level for you will develop in light of the fact that she realizes you know how to deal with her, and assuming that she has a test where she's sort of picking at you a tad, needling a tad, and you don't have any idea how to deal with that, fellows, her foothold level on you will drop. Any little trivial thing, regardless. You need to know how to manage ladies. At times, you simply need to disregard the young lady. If she comes to you and be like, I see you have some facial hair, simply answer, better believe it, I'm getting ragged up there. Assuming you become unreliable about that, deteriorating is just going. Try not to allow ladies to get you off sooner. That is the point. A great deal of you men believe being on a masculine frame is just about not being silly and cliche, and that's what things are like. That is essential for it. However, the other enormous part is you need to get a handle on your feelings. Offending a lady will cause your attraction levels to drop, regardless of whether she realizes she irritated you. Okay folks, like the video and comment down underneath. Make sure to remain in your masculine frame. Great well-being.